All right, welcome back to the Voice of Atlantic City right here on 96.1 WTTH The Touch. We are live at Sweet Dreams 2 here at the Noise Museum, and we're here with the author of Artisan Beer, Gary Monticello. You might have seen him before on the History Channel, and now he's here with us. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. Having a great time here supporting a remarkable organization, Family Service Association.
All right. You look pretty good for somebody who's had about 6 shots already.
It's all in the name of research. That's the basis behind it. And it's not because I like beer. It's only because I'm doing this for the cause, you see.
Exactly. Only for research.
Right, exactly.
How long have you been a beer artisan or a beer connoisseur?
I actually started doing this professionally as a second career back in 1992.
Okay.
So it's been 21 years. And obviously it was a tough start, especially when you're trying to get into a field that has other people in it. Try to establish a name for yourself. What really, I guess, took off for me was a case of being in the right place at the right time, and that's when I got hired to do some work on the History Channel a couple of years ago. So I did that, and the show started to air. The show aired Epic History of Everyday Things at the tail end, I believe, of 2011. And it's been running. Now they spun me off to H2, so I'm on H2 this year. And actually, previous to that, I did a show on Sirius Satellite Network for 3 years. So I was part of the team there, a show called Beer Radio, which aired every Friday afternoon from 4 to 6 o'clock.
Okay.
So got a fair share of radio and TV. Now I do some stuff on PHL 17 on a morning show. Go on that morning show called Iowa in Philly.
Okay.
I do that every few weeks. And here in Atlantic City area where I am, I'm on the Ed Hitzel television show, which is called Hitzel a la carte. I do little beer tips every couple of weeks, talking about some fine pointers in beers and new things that are coming out. And I do Ed's radio show as well every 2 weeks.
Okay. All right. So in the last couple years, microbrews, craft beers, all that stuff has gotten really hot. For people like myself who are not beer connoisseurs, what's the difference between a microbrew, a craft beer, and a Budweiser?
The term micro, craft, whatever, they're synonymous.
Okay.
But the main difference is between what these small little brewers are doing as opposed to some of the larger ones. The larger ones I'm talking about, again, like you mentioned, the Bud Millers and the Coors. Obviously, they're doing some very good things because 90% of the beers that people buy in the United States are Bud Miller and Coors from the large companies. But it's the small brewers that aren't afraid to take chances, maybe brew with unusual ingredients. They'll do perhaps one batch of something, and if it works, fine. If it doesn't, they'll drop it and go on with something else. So it's a new breed of brewers, if you will. They've taken styles from all around the world. And by that I'm talking about England, Germany, Czech Republic, Belgium, and they put their own slant to things. And guess what? It's catching on. People really love some of the things that the craft brewers are doing at this point. And again, I have to stress the fact that they're very, very small little breweries.
Okay. Well, I have a friend who loves 2 things in this world besides his family, and that is a good cigar and a good craft beer. So if I'm going over to his house to play cards or whatever, give me a good craft beer that I could pick up for him that he would enjoy.
Well, I would actually ask what kind of style he likes, but so if you know what style he likes, you can then basically match the beer to it. However, there's companies that are doing a remarkable job, and you can find them pretty much nationally. And obviously we're talking about the Sam Adams, and we're talking about Dogfish Head Brewery out of Delaware.
Okay.
Locally, you have Weyerbacher, Trogs. I would look at any of those companies as the companies that are doing some really unique things.
And you talk about them in your book, don't you?
We do. Yeah, we have a cool chapter at the tail end of this book called The Dream Team, in which I talk about 24 beers to try. Kind of a mythical case of beers, if you will. At some point, try.
Not on the same weekend, though, right?
Well, it could be, I guess, if you're not doing any driving. That's a whole other scenario right there. And I want to preface it also, I guess, add to it by stating that it looks like we're going to come out with a second book as well. The second book will be probably a title something like 200 beers to try before you die.
Okay.
So,
wow.
And again, I'm going to be researching all them, mind you. And it's not because I like them. It's just because it's part of the job. That's how it works.
As we say in my neighborhood, I'm not an alcoholic. I don't go to the meetings. Listen, thank you for your time.
Can I use that line somewhere, though?
You certainly can. You certainly can. How can people get in contact with you if they want to book you for a TV appearance or, you know?
Best way to find me, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or email GaryDrinksBeer at gmail.com.
There you go.
There you go.
Thank you so much
Thanks
for your time.
Talking with me.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye.